friend. Okay.
28th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
Okay. It is written about Abraham, and you found his heart faithful before you. King David said, and my heart was empty within me. This is so only because the beginnings are difficult.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so what's very, yes, my feeling about this Pele Yoetz is that he seems to be saying that this word omel, which is toil, is a word which describes not simply that a person is makayim a mitzvah, to need omel to be makayim a mitzvah, even to learn Torah, but the omel is what is involved when he is confronted by his Yetzer Hara, which is telling him to do the opposite of what the Ratzon Hashem is, and so this characteristic of Omel, this koach the person has of Omel, is to use his strength to overcome the Yetzer Hara, which he needs to do in order to fulfill Torah and mitzvahs. And the last few sentences are very noteworthy over here. That he says that all the kadoshim, the avos, and Moshe Rabbeinu, they all had a Yetzer Hara, and but the point is that their omel and their yagia, their toil and their toil, their effort, whatever it takes in order to subdue their Yetzer Hara that they did have in order to fulfill Torah and mitzvahs. This is what separated them from the rest, and allowed them to be Dovak Bashem. And then the last two sentences, he says, by Avram it says, Matzosius Lavavo Nemon Lefanecha, is part of the Psuk Zimra that we say every morning. And I found his heart Nemon, faithful. You found, his heart was faithful. Something about the heart. The heart was faithful. And also a pasuk in Tehillim about David, something also about his heart. Libi, cholo b'kirbi. His heart was cholo inside. Cholo. How does he translate cholo?
Empty.
Empty. Okay, empty. Cholo. It's a space. There's just a space there. There's nothing there. Cholo b'kirbi. This is the Gemara says on this pasuk that it was David HaMelech who totally vanquished his Yetzer Hara. So it was totally at his beck and command. And the Pele Yoetz mentions over here these two, Avram and David, and the heart. And he says this was why is this he and then he says kirakas cholos kashos, kirakas cholos kashos, as though to say, oh no, I think I got what he means to say. This is what he means to say. here you see that David, he totally bested his Yetzer Hara. It was at his beck and call at the end of the day. And Avram, his heart was Neman. It was totally faithful to you. He was in total control. And so the Pele Yoetz means to say, look, Avram did it, David did it. So what do you see? Rak haschalos koshos. If it's difficult for us, we should know that it's only because we're at the beginning of the journey of trying to best the Yetzer Hara. And I guess that's what. But at the end of the day, it's not like that. It doesn't need to be like that. At least if you're Avram or David. So okay. I think though that for most of us who didn't get to that madrega of David and Avram, it's we're according to the Pele Yoetz, we're still holding at the haschalos. So that's why it's kasher. Okay. So now we go to the next paragraph and we call upon Roy to continue the reading, and a round of applause for page 189. So Roy's starting on the page 190. It is true.
It is true that there is a difference between people in intelligence and nature resulting from the womb and birth. There are some people whose conception and birth were pure and possess a holy soul. They have divine assistance, and a special soul gives them understanding. There are others who were formed in sin, and through the iniquity of their mothers they were conceived. See Tehillim 51:7. Their souls cling to the outer shells, as I wrote in the entry Zivug. These two are from the wondrous workings of the one who possesses perfect knowledge. But sometimes that which is pure results from that which is impure, such as Abraham, the matriarchs, and Chizkiyahu, as well as several righteous converts who were pillars of the world, such as Shemaiah, Avtalion, and their peers. Sometimes that which is impure results from that which is pure, such as Esau, Ishmael, and their peers. In any case, this phenomenon does not excuse one from the guilt of committing a sin or exempt a person completely from judgment, even if there will be a leniency at the time of heavenly deliberations according to the balance of justice adjudicated by the God of perfect knowledge. In any case, it is obvious that Hashem will pass judgment upon every man for everything that he could have done but did not.
Hello.
He could have fought against his evil inclination with the book of the wars of God, see Bamidbar 21:14, to flee from every sin and to fulfill everything that is good, at least in those things that depend upon speech and action. The only thing which a father merits for his son through the womb and pregnancy and is dependent upon the holiness of the soul is the connection of one's thoughts to the fear and love of God, clinging to him and serving him with a perfect heart. For a man does not control the spirit without divine assistance. But it is in the hand of a man to control his evil inclination and to nullify his will before the will of his maker regarding anything which is associated with speech and action. If the beginning is painful, the end will be great. It'll be pleasant and sweet for him. As a result of the holiness of speech and action, a person will also achieve the holiness of thought, for God will shine his countenance upon him and send forth from the source of holiness. God will fashion for him a pure heart and a spirit of knowledge, and the fear of God will encompass and inspire him until the growth of holiness will increase to the degree that every man is able to become like Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov.
Wow.
This is a powerful paragraph, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Wow. So what do we have to say about this paragraph, Alan?
Um, I think the last part of it is Hashem will fashion for him a pure heart and spirit of knowledge, and the fear of Hashem will encompass and inspire him until the growth of holiness will increase to the degree that every man is able to become like Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov.
Mhm.
So the potential is there for us.
Right. Exactly. Well put. That's the point. He started off a bit, a person might feel like, oh, well, there must be something wrong with me. And the Pele Yoetz says, you're right. Your problem is you don't have a good neshama. And a person could think, oh, well, if so, then I may as well give up, because there's no hope for me. You know, my neshama was from the Chuza Bena Klipos, whatever that means, and I have no way to advance in serving Hashem. But the Pele Yoetz says afterwards, no, a person can even any person, even including a person that has nishmaso achuza bena klipos, he could strive to purify himself through his dibur and his masa and his machshava, and until he reaches the level of Ram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Hashem will supply him with all the heavenly assistance that he can avail himself of, and he will ascend. So it's all dependent upon him. Only he has to want to do so. He has to want to ascend. He has to want to be close to Hashem and raise the standard of his kedusha. It's all in his power, and he has as Alan has said, he has the potential to do that. Doesn't matter in what type of neshama he has. It matters in what his ratzon is. Okay. Good. And now we go to Alan to continue with the reading.
Indeed, it is true that a person's evil inclination rises against him every day and seeks to kill him. And if the Holy One, blessed be he, did not assist an individual, he could not overcome it. A person needs to pray prior to the challenge and to request compassion from Hashem, that he save him from every transgression, and that he help him to accomplish every good thing, as I've written in his place. But prayer alone is insufficient. A person will pray all day that Hashem should save him from his evil inclination and assist him in these matters that relate to the honor of his name, yet he does not galvanize himself against his evil inclination. Behold, this is a vain prayer. This is because Hashem created the desire of the heart of man for evil, that it should be for his benefit and good, in order that he should subdue his evil inclination and receive his reward. This is the totality of being human. Sika Helet. If not for a person's evil inclination, he would be like the ministering angels. He would receive no reward or punishment, and he would not need to come into this world. The whole world was not created but for this, that people should overpower their evil inclination and receive a good reward for the toil and effort. A person provides his satisfaction to his maker and receives a beneficial compensation for his labor according to the degree of his pain. Consequently, It is impossible that the Almighty will remove the heart of stone from within us until the Mashiach comes to Shiloh. Prayer cannot help in this matter. This can be compared to a man imprisoned in a building whose hands are tied and is not involved in any of his endeavors. Request compassion from heaven every day that Hashem should send his blessing unto him. Certainly his prayer will not yield any results, and Hashem will not perform any miracles through the windows of heaven to bestow upon him blessing. Behold, it is written in Devarim, in order that the Lord your God will bless you in all of the actions of your hands that you will do. A person requires a small amount of work or investment, and then he must pray for mercy that his efforts should be blessed. The blessing of Hashem brings wealth. So too in this matter, in addition to spiritual merit, can be a factor in a person's financial success. A miracle might happen that he finds a treasure, or a lucky thing happens that in his pocketbook or properties. There are even people who sit idly and the work is done by others. However, in regard to the evil inclination, no one is ever completely saved. A man must strengthen himself and offer supplication. With the increase in days, he will find divine assistance, and he will remove from him the spirit of impurity. The Holy One, blessed be he, only provides help. However, everything is in the hands of heaven except for the fear of heaven. There's only the person who attempts to purify himself who receives support from heaven. We will write more about this in the entry, Kozek. Look there.
Okay, wow. Another strong paragraph.
Mhm.
Hazak v'amatz. So, very interesting. He says, without a person galvanizing his efforts, and that's where the Amel comes in. He could pray all he wants to Hashem to help him to against the Yetzer Hara, and he says it's a bracha levatala. It's a tefillah shav. It's a prayer in vain. He needs to be amel in this matter to make a milchama with the Yetzer Hara. He needs to galvanize himself and decide that this is what he wants to do. He has to come to that realization that this is really what he wants to do. He doesn't want to listen to the Yetzer Hara. He wants to do the Ratzon Hashem, and he's gonna after he's made that decision, then he's got to engage in this effort, this toil against the Yetzer Hara, and also now to daven to Hashem to assist him, and like that, he is someone who is bola tahir. He's coming to purify himself, and then he will receive heavenly assistance, and he will be successful. Bezrat Hashem. Okay, a round of applause once again for Amel, and pages 190 and 191. And now we go to, after learning about Amel, we're learning about Aveira on page 192. And we go to Lou to start off this section, please.
The statement of the Tana, a person who commits a sin has acquired a prosecuting angel. The sin surrounds and accompanies him on the day of judgment, is well known. Even if a person has violated only one sin, behold, he is included in cursed is the man who does not fulfill all the words of this Torah. Every sin which a person does demonstrates his lack of pity on the honor of his maker, and he will surely be punished. Whether a person believes that the glory of God fills the whole earth and he sins before him, or if he does not believe so, behold, he is like a man who pushes away the legs of the divine presence. Since the world is judged according to the majority, a person should be concerned lest by one wrongdoing he tips the scales of balance to the side of guilt. He will surely be punished for causing the delay of the Mashiach, the destruction of the world, and grief in the upper worlds and lower worlds. Every sin that a person does is tantamount to idolatry. Just like a person who worships idolatry abandons the master of the world and accepts upon himself a different being as leader and patron, so too this person assumes his evil inclination as the one who judges him and rules over him. There are many other aspects to obligate the sinner for each and every sin he has done. Since the evil of a man who sins is infinitely great, both in heaven and on earth, due to our multitude of sins, there are many wrongdoings which the masses trample upon and treat as if they are permitted, such as looking at women, all kinds of forbidden speech, gossip, profanity, ridicule, flattery, lying, mentioning God's name in vain, vain oaths, rushed prayers, and blessings that are said without proper intention, mundane speech in a synagogue, work-a-day speech on Shabbos, and idle chatter, arrogance, anger, and similar prohibitions, bad character traits, and missed mitzvos. The sin of missed Torah learning is the worst of all. This is true to the extent that a person's heart who does these sins is not pained. He has no regret, and he goes from evil to evil. A person who is alive will take to heart the things that were said in truth. A sin is horrific and causes great evil to himself and to all of the lower and upper worlds. A man who is a Jew who believes in God, his holy Torah, and in all the words of our holy sages will tremble, be faint, and have pity upon the honor of his Maker, all the worlds, and his spiritual and his pitiful soul. The honor of the daughter of the king. Day after day, a man should flee more and more from a sin, like one who runs away from a sword. He must overpower his evil inclination, and his heart should cry out to his Father, and he should help him and save him from sin, even more than one who cries out and prays for the well-being of his only son, whose life is in danger and lies upon his deathbed. This is because the tragedy of a sin is truly a tragedy. There is no greater misfortune in this world. King David said, "The troubles of my heart expanded, save me from my distresses." I have seen that every trouble mentioned in the book of Tehillim was said about this matter. Every pious individual should pray to God about this, for he is good and upright and will guide sinners upon the path of the favored ones.
Wow. What can we say? Saras Haveret Sara Shma. The Sara of an Avera, its name is Sara. Right? Saras. That's the quintessential Sara. He says that there is in the world. There's no greater Sara than that. The Sara of the commission of an Avera. And he brings the pasuk in Tehillim of David, Hamelech, Saros Levavi. And he says that that's the pshat in the word Saros over there. That David is crestfallen about the tzara in his heart which is referring to his not serving Hashem in the proper way. The and he begs Hashem to save him from doing any avera. And the Pele Yoetz concludes that every time it says Sarah in Sefer Tehillim, this is what it's referring to. That's what David is davening to Hashem for, to save him from the tzara. The tzara means not Shaul trying to chase him, not those are things are the real tzara is the tzara of getting caught up in an avera. That's the real tzara. Wow. Okay.
One powerful sentence here is, the sin of mis-Torah learning is the worst of all.
Oh, that's what he said. Just like Talmud Torah is Keneged Kulam, so too Bittul of Talmud Torah is Keneged Kulam, he says. He's quoting Chazal. That's what Chazal said. Right. Okay. Very good. So Baruch Hashem, that's what we're doing here today, right? We're learning Torah. So we're Talmud Torah Keneged Kulam, Baruch Hashem, Halavai Viter. Okay. So a round of applause once again for Avera and page 192. And now we'll go to the next section, Ezer.
And this is a very short paragraph. Boy.
Very. I think this is the world's record over here, the shortest paragraph. Wow. Okay. Ezer. We go back to Mayor to start off the second rotation, please.
Okay. Just as God generously provides assistance in times of trouble, so too it is proper for a man to walk in his ways and to help his friend who is in trouble, whether personally, with money, or with other good things, each in its proper time. A person should empathize with his friend. Person should empathize with his friend and not say, "Peace be upon you. Why do I need this trouble?" This is because we are all the son of one man. We are brothers. A brother is born to be of aid at a time of distress. God will assist one who helps others and will display his crown upon him.
Says we are all the son of one man. We are brothers. So is he saying that we're all the son of Adam?
Yes. That's right. Oh, you mean to say, but so that means that we have a mitzvah to assist non-Jews as well, according to this. Yeah, I mean, it's not the same level of obligation. It's interesting that he said that. Kulanu b'nei ish echad. Well, you know what? One second over here. I just looked at these words. Who said these words? You know who said these words? Ki kulanu b'nei ish echad nachnu. Achim anachnu. Who said those words? This is a Chumash quiz.
Yehuda.
When they were answering Yosef, when Yosef was accusing them of being spies, he was giving them a very hard time. So that's what Yehuda said. We're all brothers. He didn't even have any idea that he was really including Yosef as well. He didn't know that was Yosef, but everybody else there, we're all brothers. We're all totally dedicated to one another. So why did you do that to me though? How come you sold me to the Ishmaelim? We're all brothers. Yeah, we're all brothers. Sure. Well, that was the whole issue over there with the Shvatim. That's what ultimately that's what Yosef Atzadik said. Ani Yosef, Od Avinu Chai. You're asking I'm asking you about your father, and you say your father is alive and well, and he's good, and he says to him, oh yeah, your father is good, he's doing well. I'm Yosef. How is you remember me? And you're worried so much about Binyamin, what's going to happen with Binyamin if I keep Binyamin here? What's going to be with his father and his father and his father? Well, I'm Yosef. So that's the Achim that we're talking about over here. Not like I was saying before. Okay. Interesting that he only has such a small paragraph about this. But it's powerful. It's a very powerful one. Okay. I have a question for everyone. What does he mean over here? A person should empathize with his friend and not say, peace be upon me. Why do I need this trouble? I think
he's saying that don't try to save yourself trouble by not involving yourself in the problems of your friend.
Yeah, because in a certain sense, a person that endeavors to truly help his friend has to get into the trouble, so to speak, that his friend is in, almost, in order to try to figure out how he could help him, and he's in a difficult situation. So now he becomes almost in that difficult situation to try to see what he could do. So the person shouldn't say, but why do I need to get into this trouble over here? Everything is fine with me. I'm good to go. Shomalai nafshi. So no, that's not how he should look at it. Should not look at it like that. He should what's the Hebrew word over here? Yednosed ba'ol im chavero. That's the way the Pele Yoetz says it. He should bear the burden im chavera, with his friend. His friend has a burden. His friend is carrying 500 pounds on his back. So to be noseo means to put your shoulder over there next to your friend and take some of that burden. So now you are bearing that burden also. That's the true help that you are providing him. That you are that you are envisioning yourself like you are also bearing that all that your friend is having a very difficult time to bear. And then when you bear that all together with him, so now it's two people that are bearing that all. It's a lot lighter like that.
It says, a brother
Okay.
is born to be of aid at his time of distress. Hashem will assist one who helps others and will display his crown upon him. In essence, when you help others, Hashem puts the crown of Hashem upon you. Right? It says here,
Yeah, right.
helps others and will display his crown upon him. In other words, when you do that, Hashem puts his crown on you.
Right. So here we see the Hashem. It's a very popular saying. Hashem helps those that help themselves. Right.
Mhm.
Here the Pele Yoetz is saying Hashem helps those that help other people. not to. That's the idea over here. Also help yourself too. You're also a person, but don't refrain from helping others and say, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm helping myself. Everything is good with me. Shomalai nafshi, peace is upon me. Why do I need to get involved with him? Because that's what he's saying. He's saying that don't look at that person as a stranger, an outsider. He is your brother, just like a brother. A person helps a brother. He's concerned for his brother. He should call him on the phone and ask him how he is every now and then, at least, even if he lives in America. And right, he has the crown. Hashem will put his crown upon a person who helps other people and bears their burden that they have together. That's a great thing. Okay, so it's a very powerful paragraph, even though it's not so many words.
And the paragraph before this is very long. So it goes from a very long paragraph to a short one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Actually, in my edition, they split up in Avera, they split up that long paragraph into two. I don't know why our translator didn't do that, but okay. Okay. So we go. We have 3 more minutes. Let's use them to start Oneg, the bottom of 193, and we call upon Roy to continue the reading.
Oneg, the virtue of one who makes the Shabbat a delight is well known. Our sages said, heaven gives him an inheritance without limits. He is granted all the wishes of his heart, and he is saved from the subjugation of the foreign nations. They also commented, why have people in the diaspora become rich? Rich because they make the Shabbos a delight. Like the story of Yosef, the one who spent lavishly on Shabbos, and the man who ate on a golden table that had to be carried by 16 men. By looking at the reward, a person can surely understand that one who does this provides tremendous satisfaction to his maker. This is one of the things by which God's great love for us is made known. By a person delighting in his own soul, he provides contentment to his maker and receives a reward. Fortunate is the mortal who achieves this. How fortunate we are, and how pleasant is our portion.
Wow, this is amazing. So that's an interesting idea about Oneg. Okay. Okay, Oneg Shabbos. That's where our Oneg should be focused. One of the places that should be focused on. Oneg Shabbos. That is a mitzvah that he brings from the Gemara in Shabbos. Don't have time to look at it right now, but that is what the Gemara is saying over there. The greatness of not simply keeping the Shabbos, not doing malacha, not violating and desecrating the Shabbos with all sorts of forbidden actions, but to make the Shabbos an oneg. That's a great mitzvah. We have to understand what's the big mitzvah about making Shabbos an oneg. So that'll be for next time, Be'ez Hashem. Looking forward to understanding more about that. Okay. So for now, we say Yasher Koach to everyone.
Yes,
Their Omel Torah and their oneg in coming to learn it's Samanafshi.
Amen.
We have a great day planned. Bez Hashem. Hashem should give Be'er a great day.
Thank
Amen.
you so much. Thank you. And everyone else should have a great day too.
Thank you.
Amen.
I'm